G'day everyone, this afternoon I'm going kayak fishing at Eldorado.
Hey you!
You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now I've made quite a few videos at the Eldorado dredge hole. Well, this is what we call the top cut dredge hole. This isn't the one with the big floating dredge that I normally fish in. This is a bigger one a bit further up the road. I do have a couple of videos of me fishing here. It's not as touristy because it doesn't have the floating dredge, but it is a very popular spot, particularly in the summer months. And that water's freezing cold, and I haven't got my sealskin socks because they're on the clothesline, but I have got my GoPro camera that I can sink underwater, and I'm going to set that up out there somewhere. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sink my GoPro camera under the water here and just leave it. Look, I did it at Lake William Hovell recently, although I have to warn you, this may not work because the water clarity here is nowhere near as good as it is at Lake William Hovell. I'll just go back out there a bit. In fact, the clarity is only about 30 centimetres. But you never know, something might come up and kiss the camera if we're lucky. Oh, I better hit record. Right, we're recording. Righto, that's down there in about 6 or 8 feet of water. Let's go fishing. Leave that there and we'll head off. I'm going to start off trolling. I'm trolling this little lure. It looks very much like a Damiki Disco, but it's actually not a Damiki Disco. It's a Savage Gear. It's a Savage Gear something or other. Let's troll that and see how we go. Trolling, 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 troll hide. And I was just running over some boulders down there, so it's down near the bottom. That's fish. It is too. I thought it's been running over the bottom, and I'm thinking, oh, it's just running over the bottom. And sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between when it's a fish and when it's just running over the bottom. Well, folks, guess what? I'm on the board. It might only be tiny, but I'm on the board. Now, in my recent Lake William Hovell video, my first fish, I said, I'm on the board, and I celebrated catching a fish that big, and then I went on to catch them absolute monsters. You beauty! Even if I catch nothing else, at least now it's not a fishless trip. I've just turned around. I'm going to troll back through that same spot, just in case there's more there. We all know that redfin are a schooling fish, and quite often where there's one there can be more. Got him. Another one. 2 in the same spot. It's only another little one. I've trolled back through there twice. I've trolled through that spot twice, and I've picked up 2 tiny redfin. Oh well, where there's little ones, there can be big ones. Little redfin number 2. See you later, mate. We'll do the same again. I'll turn around and I'll troll back through. Well, theoretically, I shouldn't get snagged trolling through this bit because this is the part where people climb up in that rope and they swing out. They swing. There's a rope swing wrapped around the tree there. They jump off there and they swing out here and land here. Look at that. That was a big poo. That cormorant, as it took off, just on a massive big poo right beside me kayak. It was about that round. It was a huge, big, round area. Like white paint. There goes a wallaby. I'm glad that I wasn't directly under that when I'd done that then. Couldn't you just imagine if you hit me on the head? It'd be like a painted boat. Let's have a bit of a flick around here with a soft plastic for a while and see how I go. A banana shock curltail grub. Got him. Got one on the soft plastic. Ha! I'm glad I stopped. I caught two in quick. See, this isn't very big, but like... When you look at that, I caught two in quick succession when I first got here over there. I reckon I've trawled around this dam about 5 times since. And I've stopped and cast a little banana shock curltail grub. And I've caught redfin number 3. You little beauty. See you later, mate. How nice and peaceful does that look? I can hear water trickling down there out of a spring. The last rays of light, nice and smooth water, just beautiful. The only thing not perfect is the fact that my feet are freezing. Oh shit, frightened the life out of me.
Robbie, is it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm just down here looking for a sheep that jumped off the bank there last night.
Oh shit, I haven't seen one down here.
That's all right.
Not saying too many fish either, just quietly. I went to school with that guy that just yelled out and said g'day and frightened about 10 years off the end of my life. I didn't even recognise him. I reckon there is something following that. I saw it. And there's the swirl. Something 100% followed my soft plastic out of there then. Got him. Yes, it was a nicer one. Save the best till last. It might not be the last, but it's a pretty fair chance. It's taken me an hour to get this one. It's taken me 3 hours to get these 4 fish. But trawling, casting. He's not even remotely close enough to be considered for a feed. But at least I caught a 4th fish. I wonder if the old GoPro actually picked anything up. I highly doubt it. I reckon it will be just too dark and dirty down there. Right, we're recording. Thankfully the water was much clearer than I realised, and the camera was able to see a lot more fish than I did, including some quite large carp, which turned up not long after the camera was put in, as you can tell by the fact that the sediment hadn't even finished settling. Keep your eye on the top left hand corner of the screen for a big dark shadow. That's the first carp. The second carp moves in not long afterwards. Now this video isn't even edited yet. This is how quickly this all happened, all in the first 30 or 40 seconds of the camera hitting the bottom. Wow, that happened so quickly. Now I'll start editing and I'll just cut to all the good bits. At one stage you'll see a small redfin looking at the camera, then it just disappears really quickly like it's frightened, and then a big carp moves in behind it. I hope you enjoy this bit of underwater footage. despite the fact that the water was quite murky, the camera was still able to see a lot more fish than I could. Looking into the water, I could only see about 30 to 40 centimetres clarity, but from the camera it looked like down the bottom I could see probably 50 to 60 centimetres. Now, although I saw some redfin in the sun, most of the redfin turned up after the sun went down. That wasn't actually sunset, by the way, because of the steep bank. That was the sunset at that spot, but there was probably still an hour of sunshine left. But once the sun was off the water, I saw a lot more redfin than what I did while the sun was out. I did see some while the sun was out, but they were certainly in greater numbers in the shade. At the other end of the spectrum, carp, once the sun was off the water, I didn't see any carp. I saw quite a few at the start of the video while the sun was out, but as soon as the sun was gone, I didn't see another carp. Isn't that amazing? That's quite interesting. Also, as I've detected in or noticed in other videos, the moment the camera hit the bottom, stirred up all the mud, fish turned up. I always seem to get a couple of fish not long after the camera goes in. They're definitely attracted to the stirring up of the bottom. Now, something that really jumped out to me is the eyes. Even when you can't see the redfin, they blend in too well. The water's murky and you can't see them very clearly. You can see the eyes. The eyes stick out like beacons. I reckon lures with really bright eyes are going to be good. I've never sort of thought of that before. I've got lures, some lures have got bright eyes. I've even got Strike Tiger, I've got eyes that you can stick onto your jig heads to put eyes on your soft plastics. And now I know why. Because when you can't see the fish, you can clearly see the eyes. That was quite fascinating. Some days it's all about quality over quantity, and other days it's quantity over quality. Well, today was really about neither of those things. I didn't get quality or quantity, but I did catch a few and I had a lot of fun, and my feet are absolutely freezing. Thank you all very much for watching.